Hello, my friends. Welcome to Soul Tranquility Space. I am so grateful that you have chosen to spend this winter night with me. Take a moment to acknowledge where you are right now. Outside, the world is deep in the heart of winter. The nights are long. The air is sharp and cold. The earth has gone to sleep under a blanket of frost. But inside you are safe. You are warm. You are sheltered. Before we begin our holiday tradition tonight, let us first prepare the vessel of your body for rest. I invite you to find a position that feels like a warm embrace. Pull the covers up to your chin. Feel the weight of the blankets settling over you. Imagine that you are a hibernating bear or a seed deep in the soil, safe from the frost. Take a slow, deep breath in, imagining you are breathing in the cool, crisp air of a snowy forest, and exhale slowly a long, warm sigh. Releasing the heat of the day, releasing the rush of the season. Inhale, letting peace fill your lungs. Exhale, letting your shoulders drop, letting your jaw soften. There is nowhere you need to go. There is no gift you need to buy. There is no list you need to check. The work of the year is almost done. Tonight, there is only the magic of the moment. Now, let your imagination drift. We are traveling to a timeless place. An old, sturdy stone cottage nestled at the edge of a great pine forest. It is Christmas Eve, or perhaps a quiet night. Deep in December, it is snowing outside. Big, soft flakes are falling silently, covering the roof, the path, and the trees in a layer of sparkling white sugar. Inside the cottage, the main lights are turned off. The room is illuminated only by the golden dance of the fire in the hearth. The shadows on the walls are soft and flickering. The atmosphere is thick with peace. In the center of the room, standing tall and proud, is the tree. It is a real pine tree, brought in from the forest just today. It reaches almost to the wooden beams of the ceiling. Its branches are wide and full, a deep, rich evergreen color that looks almost black. In the dim light, it is not yet decorated. It stands there in its natural glory, a guest from the wild, invited into the warmth of the home. Walk towards it in your mind As you get closer, the scent hits you. The scent of pine. Take a deep breath. Can you smell it? It is the smell of the earth. Sharp, fresh, resinous, and woody. It smells like clean air. It smells like ancient wisdom. It cuts through the stuffiness of the indoors and wakes up your senses in the most gentle way. It is nature's aromatherapy. You reach out a hand and touch a branch. The needles are firm, but soft to the touch. They brush against your palm. Like a hairbrush, your fingers find a patch of sticky resin on the bark. It is the lifeblood of the tree. You are touching a living thing. The courage to stay green. Look at this tree. While all the other trees in the forest, the oaks, the maples, have lost their leaves and gone dormant for the winter, the pine stays green. It keeps its color through the harshest storms. It keeps its needle through the coldest nights. It is a symbol of everlasting life. It reminds us that even in the deepest winter of our lives, there is a part of us that remains alive, vibrant, and green. There is a hope inside you that never freezes. Tonight, we honor that hope. You walk around the tree slowly. The floorboards creak gently under your socks. Creak, soft step. You're inspecting the canvas. There is a gap here between the branches. There is a slightly crooked branch there. It is not a plastic, manufactured tree. It is imperfect, and that is why. It is beautiful. It grew in the wind. It grew towards the sun. It has its own history. Just like you. You are not perfect. You have gaps. You have crooked parts. But you are standing here. You are whole. And tonight, we are going to decorate you with light. You move towards the corner of the room. There, stacked on the floor, are the boxes. Old cardboard boxes, worn at the edges. Some are taped shut. Some are tied with string. They have been sleeping in the attic for 11 months, waiting for this night. They contain the treasure, not gold or silver, but something more valuable, memories. Inside these boxes are the ghosts of Christmases past, the laughter of years gone by. You kneel down on the soft rug next to the boxes. You feel a sense of reverence. This is not a chore. This is a ritual. You are the curator of the museum of your life. And tonight, the exhibition opens. You reach for the first box. It is heavy. You pull off the old masking tape. Rip. You open the flaps. A smell of old paper and dust drifts up, mixing with the pine scent. It is the smell of nostalgia. You look inside. You see tangles of wire. You see mounds of tissue paper. You smile. The work is about to begin, but there is no rush. The fire is warm. The snow is falling. The tree is waiting. You have all night. You reach your hands into the cardboard box. Your fingers brush against something cool and smooth. It is the bundle of lights. You lift them out slowly, cradling them in your hands, as if they were a sleeping creature. The wire is dark green, designed to vanish into the pine needles, to become one with the tree. As you bring the bundle into the soft light of the fireplace, you see the inevitable. During their long sleep in the attic, the wires have settled into a shape of their own. They have curled around each other, loops hugging loops. A quiet, complex knot. In a different time, in a busier moment, this might feel like an obstacle, but tonight, in this sanctuary of peace, it is not an obstacle. It is an invitation. It is an invitation to slow down even further. You sit comfortably on the soft rug, crossing your legs. You place the bundle of lights in your lap. You take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with the scent of pine and old paper, and you exhale slowly, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. You look at the knot. You do not see it as a mess. You see it as a puzzle made of patience. You begin to work. Your movements are unhurried. There is no force here. There is no pulling. You know that if you pull a knot tight, it only becomes harder. It resists. But if you add space, if you push the wire gently in, instead of pulling it out, the knot begins to relax. The wisdom of softening. Think of this wire as the thoughts in your mind after a long year. Sometimes our thoughts get tangled. We feel tight. We feel stuck. Our instinct is to pull, to force a solution, to struggle against the tightness. But the lights teach us a different way. To untangle a knot, you must offer it softness. You must offer it air. When you soften your resistance, the path opens up. You are not fixing the wire. You are simply giving it room to straighten itself out. You find a loop that is caught. With your thumb and forefinger, you gently guide it back. Through the opening, soft slide. One loop comes free, then another. The small glass bulbs click together gently. Ting, ting. It is a quiet, musical sound. You follow the path of the wire with your eyes. It is a meditative process. You are not thinking about the end result. You are just here with this inch of wire in this moment. You feel a sense of calm spreading through your chest as the bundle begins to loosen. The complexity dissolves. The tightness melts away. Finally, the last loop slips free. The wire lies on the rug before you. A long, relaxed line, ready to fulfill its purpose. You have restored order, not by fighting, but by breathing. You stand up slowly, holding the end of the strand. You approach the tree. It stands there in the shadows, tall and silent, a presence of nature waiting to be dressed. You begin your work, but you do not drape the lights on the outside branches. You know the secret of the quiet light. You step closer until the scent of the pine surrounds you completely. You reach your hand deep into the tree, close to the sturdy trunk. You place the lights deep inside. The inner radiance. We place the light near the heart of the tree. Why? Because beauty that glows from the inside is the most comforting beauty of all. If the lights were only on the surface, they would be bright, perhaps too bright. But when they are deep within the branches, the light has to travel through the needles. It gets filtered. It gets softened. It creates depth. It creates mystery. It reminds us that our own light comes from our center, from our quietest places, not from what we show the world. On the surface, you are planting seeds of light in the soul of the tree. You move around the tree in a slow circle, a slow rhythmic dance. Step, reach, tuck, step, Reach tuck. You weave the wire around the branches. The pine needles brush against your wrist. They are not sharp. They are soft, like the fur of an animal. They tickle your skin gently, grounding you in the physical sensation. You spiral upwards from the wide, heavy branches at the bottom to the middle branches, up to the delicate tips. At the very top, you stretch up gently, feeling a pleasant stretch. In your back, you tuck the last bulb into place. You step back. The tree is still dark. It holds its breath. You walk to the wall. You pick up the plug. This is not a moment of sudden noise. It is a moment of awakening. You slide the plug into the socket and softly, steadily, the light blooms. The golden bloom. It does not explode. It simply emerges. Hundreds of tiny, warm white lights awaken in the depths of the green branches. The room changes instantly. The shadows on the walls soften and retreat. The dark green of the pine needles turns into a rich, deep emerald. The light filters through the layers of branches, creating a soft, hazy glow that feels like honey. It is a warm, enveloping light. It feels like a hug made of photons. The tree is no longer just a tree. It has become a guardian of the light. It stands there, glowing with a quiet dignity. You sit back down on the rug, wrapping your arms around your knees. You gaze at the soft illumination. You let your eyes go a little out of focus. The individual points of light blur together into a single warm aura. It is mesmerizing. It calms the nervous system. Instantly, it is the kind of light that tells your brain the day is done. You are safe. You can rest. The single thread. Look at how the lights are connected. One bulb leads to the next, and the next. A single wire carries the energy to all of them. If one bulb were alone, its light would be so small. But together, they create a radiance that fills the room. We are like these lights. We often feel like we are shining alone in our own small corners of the world. We forget that we are connected by invisible threads of shared experience, of shared hope. Tonight, you are not resting alone. You are part of a vast web of life that is also resting. You are connected to the stars outside. You are connected to the earth below. You are one point of light in a beautiful, glowing universe. You bathe in this golden atmosphere. The fire in the hearth seems to settle down, its job shared now by the tree. The room feels complete. The foundation of light has been laid, and now that the light is here, it is time for the memories. It is time to adorn the branches with the stories of the past. You turn your attention back to the boxes, to the tissue paper, to the fragile glass, to the treasures that are waiting to be held. The foundation of light is set. The tree is glowing with its inner fire. Now, it is time to dress it in its history. You turn back to the open cardboard box. Next to you, it is filled with small, mysterious shapes, wrapped in layers of white tissue paper. Some of the paper is yellowed with age. Some of it is soft and wrinkled from being used year after year. This paper is the guardian of the memories. It has kept them safe in the dark. And now, your hands are here to bring them into the light. You reach for the first bundle. It is light, almost weightless, in your palm. You begin to unwrap it, crinkle, rustle. The sound is crisp and dry. It is a quiet whisper that cuts through the silence of the room. You peel back the layers slowly. You do not rush this reveal. It is like opening a small gift that you gave to yourself long ago. The white paper falls away, revealing a flash of deep ruby red. It is a glass bauble. Classic, simple, perfect. You hold it up to the firelight. The surface is smooth and cool to the touch. It acts like a curved mirror. You can see the reflection of the entire room wrapped around the sphere. You see the fire dancing in miniature on the glass. You see the twinkle of the tree lights reflected back. It holds the whole world on its surface. The beauty of fragility. You hold it gently, aware of how fragile it is. We often fear fragility. We think things should be tough, unbreakable. But there is a special beauty in things that must be handled with care. Because they are fragile, They demand our attention. They demand our gentleness. This ornament has survived years, perhaps decades. It has survived moves, storms, and seasons, simply because hands like yours have always held it gently. It reminds us that tenderness is the strongest force of all. Tenderness preserves what matters. You stand up, holding the red sphere. You choose a branch on the tree, a strong branch. Halfway up, you slide the small metal hook over the pine needles. Soft scratch. Slide. You let go. The branch dips slightly under the new weight, then settles. The ornament hangs free, turning slowly on its own axis. It catches the light from the inner string. Suddenly, the red glass is not just red. It is glowing with a deep crimson fire. It has found its home. You sit back down. You reach for another bundle. Crinkle, whisper. This one feels different. Heavier. Solid. You unwrap it. It is not glass. It is wood. A small, hand-painted wooden soldier, or perhaps a little bird, carved from timber. The paint is a little chipped on the wing. The colors are faded. It is not shiny. It does not reflect the light, but it holds a different kind of warmth. You run your thumb over the wood. You can feel the grain. You remember where this came from. Perhaps a trip long ago. Perhaps a gift from a grandparent. Perhaps something you made yourself when your hands were smaller. The perfection of the imperfect. This ornament is not perfect. If you saw it in a store today, you might not buy it, but on this tree, it is royalty. Why? Because it carries a story. We decorate the tree, not to create a magazine cover, but to create a map of our lives. The chipped paint is a witness to time. The faded color is a witness to the suns of past winters. We honor the old things. Tonight, we honor the parts of ourselves that are worn, that have been through life and are still here, still beautiful in their own way. You place the wooden figure on a branch near the trunk. It nests there comfortably, wood resting against wood, nature resting against nature. It looks safe. You continue your work. one by one, the treasures emerge from the tissue paper. Unwrap, reveal, hang. Unwrap, reveal, hang. It is a rhythmic meditation, a silver star that shimmers like moonlight, a golden bell that makes no sound, but rings in your memory, a ceramic snowflake that looks like frozen lace. With every ornament you hang, you're not just decorating a tree, you're gathering your loved ones. That blue ball? That reminds you of your mother. You hang it with a thought of gratitude for her care. That funny little reindeer. That reminds you of a friend who always makes you laugh. You hang it with a smile. Even the ornaments from times that were difficult, you hang them too. You give them a place in the light because they are part of the story. They helped shape the tree of your life. The tree becomes a gathering place, a silent party of souls, meeting here in the branches, illuminated by the golden glow. Holding on and letting go. As you hang each piece, you practice the art of holding on, keeping the memory safe, but you also practice the art of letting go. You don't keep the ornament in your hand. You release it to the branch. You trust the tree to hold it. You trust the structure to support the weight of the past. You don't have to carry it all yourself. Tonight, the tree carries it for you. You can step back and just admire it. The boxes are becoming empty. The pile of white tissue paper on the floor looks like a soft snowdrift. The tree is becoming full. It is transforming. It is no longer the wild pine from the forest. It has become the Christmas tree. It is heavy with history, bright with hope, and anchored in love. The lights dance off the glass, the wood, the metal. Colors mix and merge. Crimson, gold, emerald, silver. It is a tapestry of light, woven into the night. You hang the very last ornament, a small, clear crystal. Right near the bottom, it catches a stray beam of light and breaks it into a tiny rainbow on the floor. Prism, color, light. You stand back. You dust your hands off gently. You take a deep breath. The scent of pine is now mixed with the scent of the fire and the faint, dusty sweetness of the old boxes. It is the scent of completion. You walk to your favorite armchair near the fire. It is deep, soft, and inviting. You have done the work. You have honored the tradition. Now, the only thing left to do is to witness the beauty you have created. You sink into the armchair. It welcomes you. The cushions are soft and deep, wrapped in worn velvet, or perhaps soft wool. You lean your head back against the headrest. You let your legs stretch out towards the warmth of the dying fire. Your hands rest loosely in your lap. Your fingers, which have been so busy, touching, tying, and hanging, are finally still. They curl naturally, like sleeping flowers. You take a long, slow breath. The work is done. There is nothing left to adjust. There is nothing left to fix. The tree is complete. You look at it. From where you sit, the tree looks magnificent. It is no longer just a collection of branches and wires. It has become a living sculpture of light. The room is dark, but the corner where the tree stands is bathed in a soft, magical aura. The golden lights do not just sit on the surface. They seem to float in the air, suspended in the dark green mist of the pine needles. The ornaments catch the glow and hold it. The red glass is a deep ember. The silver star is a soft moon. The wooden figures are warm shadows. The power of witnessing. You realize that the greatest joy is not in the doing, but in the witnessing. We spend so much of our lives building, striving, trying to make things happen. But the peace comes when we stop building and just sit back to watch what we have created. Tonight, you are the witness. You are simply here to receive the beauty. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to analyze it. You just have to let the light enter your eyes. Your eyelids are beginning to feel heavy. It is a pleasant heaviness, a warm weight pressing down on your lashes. You blink slowly. Blink. Open. Blink. Open. Every time you open your eyes, the tree seems a little softer. The lights are beginning to blur. They are no longer sharp points. They are becoming soft, fuzzy circles of gold. Bokeh, the beautiful blur of the night. The edges of the room are dissolving into darkness. Only the tree remains clear, a beacon in the quiet sea of the room. Imagine now that the tree is breathing with you. As you inhale, the lights seem to glow a little brighter. As you exhale, they seem to dim slightly, settling into the branches. Inhale, glow. Exhale, settle. You are synchronized with the spirit of the season, a rhythm of peace. Think of the roots of the tree. Even though it is here in your room, its spirit remembers the earth. It remembers being held by the soil. It remembers being grounded. Let your own body remember that feeling. Feel your feet on the floor, or the weight of your legs on the chair. Imagine roots growing from your heels, reaching down through the floorboards, down into the deep, quiet earth below the house. You are anchored. You are stable. The winds of winter can blow outside, but you will not move. You are held fast by gravity and peace. Think of the trunk of the tree, strong, straight, silent. It holds up the weight of all the branches without complaint. Let your own spine soften against the chair. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The chair is your trunk. The bed is your trunk. Let your muscles melt off the bone. Let your shoulders slide down. Let your neck release its tension. The structure is strong enough to hold you. You can let go. The night watchman, look at the tree one last time. It is standing guard. In the old stories, the evergreens were the watchers. They stayed awake when the world went to sleep. Tonight, the tree is your guardian. It will stand there all night, glowing quietly in the corner. It will watch over the room while you travel into the land of dreams. It will keep the shadows away with its gentle light. You don't have to be alert. You don't have to listen for sounds. The tree is listening for you. You can resign from your post. You're off duty. Your eyes are closed now, or perhaps they are just barely open, seeing only a slit of golden light. The image of the tree is imprinted on your mind. even behind closed eyelids, you can still see the warm constellations. You are carrying the light with you into your sleep. I am going to count you down now, from 10 to 1. With each number, you will drift further away from the cottage, further away from the snow, and deeper into your own internal sanctuary. 10. The fire is a whisper. The room is wrapped in velvet darkness. 9. The scent of pine is fading, becoming a memory of a forest. 8. Your body is heavy, so heavy, sinking into the clouds. 7. The ornaments are still, the memories are safe. 6. The light from within the tree glows in your heart. 5. Drifting, floating, weightless. 4. The knot is untied. The mind is clear. 3. You are loved. You are safe. You are home. 2. Letting go of the last thread of consciousness. 1. Sleep. You are drifting now, under the branches of the great pine, protected by the light, wrapped in the warmth of the season. The snow falls silently outside, covering the world in a blanket of white peace. All is calm. All is bright. As the snow falls and the tree glows, remember that your inner light never goes out. Sleep well, my friends. Merry Christmas. Good night. Drift. Glow. Peace. Stillness.